When a person in their 20s is struggling to find their way in this world, every day can feel like another sad battle of, will this time work out, or am I even good enough? And if you don't have a history of recent successes, your self-worth or confidence can hinge greatly on the outcome of a single effort. There's a recognized psychological phenomenon called the fragility of momentum. Your belief that you can handle life's challenges is called your self-efficacy, and it builds over time as you manage your way through life's wins and losses. If you're struggling to build your life with confidence, it's likely that your self-efficacy is not really grown in yet. The result is that when you're trying something new, like making changes in your life or applying for a job, it can feel like a disproportionately big risk. You're still testing and exploring your capabilities and your value, and if your confidence is lacking, you're doing those things on wobbly knees. Then when the ask or the task fails, it cuts right back into that confidence problem, and it actually reaffirms those voices of fear and doubt that have been whispering to you that you're not really good enough or you're incapable somehow. When people who struggle in this way also have social anxiety, this fragility of momentum is paired with another condition called rejection-sensitive dysphoria. In this case, the person who experiences a setback, even just a perceived setback, experiences a neurological response that is comparable to physical pain. Then fear-based or dread-based responses kick in. Fight, flight, freeze. I suck. I knew it, I suck. This can also tie back to problems a person might be having with perfectionism. It sounds counterintuitive. How can you dread the possibility that you suck and at the same time be a perfectionist? A person who feels these things gives themselves little latitude when life plays out in imperfect ways. If I can't do it perfectly, means I just can't do it. And little failures, including social slights, are felt as a world just confirming their pathetic incompetence. And in those moments, feelings of fear, dread, sadness, and even shame take center stage. Now let's take a look at some examples of small setbacks and how they can trigger sadness and heartbreak. Let's call the first example paperwork purgatory. You're trying to do the right thing, like get a driver's license or sign up for insurance, and the system seems to be full of requirements that are just unforgiving or they trip you up. It can feel like so much bullshit that you just can't manage. A person with experience and confidence might characterize it as a pain in the ass, but they get it done. But for you, it feels like you can't win in the complicated and unforgiving adult world. The next example is the response gap. You reached out to someone like a new friend, a hiring manager, or your boss, but some time goes by before they respond or they don't respond at all. You have this blank space in your brain that quickly fills with self-doubt, and you start to conjure up dark stories about what they probably think about you and why they didn't get back to you. Even if they get back to you in 3 days with a positive response, you would have been suffering during that time with the dread that they didn't get back to you because they think you suck. Our third example is corrective feedback. Here again, you're trying to do the right thing, like working at a job or helping out around the house, and you're told that there's something that you should be doing differently. A person who's struggling with confidence might hear that they did it wrong, when in fact, the message might have been that there is a better way to do it. Either way, you process the message that you did it wrong, and then maybe you're even a disappointment to the person who gave you the feedback. Another person might simply receive that feedback with a, got it, thanks, but for you it was a bigger thing than that. There are lots of external things in this life that can trigger those feelings of fear, failure, and dread. Simple things like a canceled appointment or even a flat tire, but there are internal setbacks as well. There are times when you let yourself down, like not living up to a commitment you made to yourself, like falling off track when you're trying to change a habit or accomplish a personal goal. When the setback is an external thing, at least there could be something or someone else to blame. When they're internal, the problem is apparently just you. The thing you're learning about and working with is you, and that can be a lot harder to process. Being overly sensitive to small setbacks, fragility of momentum, is what happens when a person is lacking in resilience. Like the muscles in our body, resilience is a thing that we grow over time through challenges and small stressors. Another helpful analogy is how our body develops calluses, a toughening and thickening of skin in areas that get hard wear. Think of your resilience as calluses and muscles. It's not a desensitizing of things like you becoming a jerk, it's just you growing in such a way that things don't hurt so much, and you're able to navigate life with calm intentionality. When a person is overly sensitive to small setbacks, it's easy to misinterpret and assign too much importance to moments of difficulty, frustration, or embarrassment. And that misunderstanding can set in motion responses or reactions that set even more unfortunate things in motion, making their problems even worse. A person gets feedback on the job, so they quit. A girl doesn't call them back right away, so they give up. Paperwork for the driver's license is frustrating, so they don't get their driver's license. Do you see the dynamic? But here's the breakthrough insight. You get to choose how you interpret and respond to small setbacks. If you can rally the presence of mind to handle these things with good humor and agility, with calm, and with courage if necessary, you can keep walking that imperfect path to building your life. We all sometimes feel great, just like we all sometimes feel like losers. If you can at least be aware of your social anxiety, you could try not to indulge the added burden of worrying about how the setback reflects upon you and what people might be saying about you. Shit happens. It happens to everybody. Shit especially happens when people are out there leaning into the world with courage and ambition. So when things go wrong, at least it means you're out there playing. If you can have the fortitude to keep showing up every day, surviving the setbacks, solving the little problems, your resilience, those emotional muscles and calluses will grow, and so will your capabilities and confidence. And you'll put in motion all the good things in your life that you would have otherwise missed if you had not allowed yourself to get knocked off track by the little things. Try to be watchful, mindful, and smart, literally smart, about how you process the small setbacks. It's in your power to decide how you'll process and respond to things that happen to you. Be clear about the difference between what just happened and your thoughts and fears about what might happen. Don't indulge dramatic, catastrophic, self-defeating interpretations of things. That's just your insecurities talking. And watch your emotional responses. With practice, you can learn to observe your feelings and decide if they're appropriate or helpful. It might be hard to stay positive just by force of will, but you can learn to manage the negative feelings that pop up in the moment. Then pick your behaviors, starting the minute something goes wrong. It's easy to just walk away or get angry, but those kind of responses rarely serve anyone well. Practice being calm and constructive. Pick behaviors that tell the world that you're okay, and it's all going to be okay. You might even convince yourself. Afterwards, you have the opportunity to really think about it. You can lay around picking tearfully at the scabs or hating on yourself and the world, but you can also choose not to do those things. Examine what the hell happened. Was it a big thing? Was it not a big thing? Then the two big questions in support of your journey from here are, number one, what will you do now? And number two, what might you do differently next time? And resist the impulse to blame others. He's a jerk, she's a bitch, the system sucks. Maybe the other person is behaving badly, and maybe, very likely, the system sucks. But don't hide behind that. Process smartly and decide with courage when you stick and keep working on something or when you just let it go. And set your intention that difficulties are opportunities to practice adaptability, problem solving, and practical capability. Really wrap your head around that. Decide to process moments of failure, feedback, and frustration as learning. Yeah, it sucks, but it's learning, so lean into it. Then watch and challenge your recovery time when things go wrong. Were you upset for 2 hours or 2 weeks? Think about that. Then get over it and move on. Life is messy and you aren't perfect. Stay committed to your journey and keep putting one foot in front of the other. If you do those things, it'll all work out. A couple of years from now, you'll be amazed at what you've accomplished, how much you've learned, and how far you've come.